Over a month ago, after the brutal massacre of over 200 persons with women and children, Yelwata, the once peaceful border settlement of Goma local government area in Benue State, is picking their pieces together as many are itching to even go back to their farms. Our correspondent Emmanuel Tebo reports that this might just be a mere wish, too far to materialize, as Fulani marauders are still grazing freely on abandoned farms. The report.
The late Pope Francis inaugurated the year 2025 as the year of hope. Perhaps in the resilience that hope inspires, the Christians faithful of St. Joseph Mission Yelwata, victims of the deadly attack of June 13 that left over 200 dead and several injured still in the hospital, gathered solemnly to thank God for what is left of their lives. Father Jonathan, courageous, young and energetic, and who is himself a victim, having lost scores of relatives in the mayhem, thundered words of hope, encouraging his flock not to be killed in the spirit.
We might be seriously affected now, but we trust the Spirit of God to keep lifting us up. That is why the emphasis was on the fact that even if we are taught bodily, spirit-wise, we are alive. We continue to live as a people who the good news of salvation to all, just like also Paul and Peter did. Continue to testify that Christ is the Son of the living God. So try to also encourage them, depending on the stipend that people are doing. So what we should do basically is to ensure that they come back and they are able to access their farms around, trusting that the security people around to do more.
Significantly, officials of the Dinari Laity Council also visited to encourage the survivors and their priests. Some of them had this to say.
We're here to sympathize with their brothers and sisters who have been attacked by the suspected Fulani herdsmen, which was on the 13th of this very month. We are here not to any other thing, just like the assassin, but to sympathize and console our dear brothers and sisters who have been solely attacked. And a lot has been happened, a very number has been killed, but which was 200 and above. We sincerely pray to Almighty God to console the family and those who have lost their lives.
I want to call on all Christians who are here that the only thing we can do is prayer. It is God that has made this thing, it's not man. So even if man's hand is in, it is because God has predicted it so. So we are calling on them to pray to God, and we are calling to all who are in the world or in Benue State to help in prayer and all aspects that they can assist us. I want to thank the President of the Dinari for making it possible for us to be here to console those who lost their lives, to console and pray for those who lost their life and their members. I want all of us to join hands together to assist those who are here, who lost their relatives and are willing, and are desperate, so that God can also help them. We can help them with all that we have, and God can also help them.
However, outside the once bubbling town, especially on weekends, remains frozen. Few clustered here and there, chatting as of whispers. Many that we spoke expressed hope in the steps taken by the government, but blames their woes on their neighbors from Nasarawa State.
As we are in this event, for not listening team, we are about 5 council wards. Like bye-bye, side, move from bye-bye, just go like this. From this market as well, that's like just move a step of those 150 meters away from this place. We started discovering that there are villages inside, there is no anybody inside. People move from that place is all because of this problem of women. Like in Bawa, the same thing. Like in Bagwe, Castle was like this, they are all like different tribes, just like Massive and Cherishing, Marib and the rest of the people, which with the intervention of the government as the issue has happened, yet we are not satisfied with the security. He has tried. Anyway, but we are not yet satisfied because at least we are at the boundary borders. So we need enough security here so that at least secure.
Where does these cars come from?
Both from this west.
On the day this incident happened, I was not around, but when I arrived the following day, I saw a devastating scene. Corpses. I lost my elder brother in the attack. In fact, I could only identify pieces of his body as he was burnt to ashes. As we are here and unable to go to our farms, the Fulani men are freely grazing now. If you go out of here, you will see them grazing on our crops. They are full everywhere. What I can say is that the president has every power to stop what is happening to us. I would suggest that they come and build a mobile barrack here, since we are at the boundary. The regular police, whenever we are attacked, they are usually not able to attend to us. We just stay there and hide under their blockage, and they will never go out, even if they see somebody killing us. So we think that if a mobile barrack is built here, their intervention will be more swift. Although Father Jonathan encouraged the faithful to be visiting their farms, tend their crops, and not rely on palliatives from donors, people are still gripped in apprehension. And as we made our way back from Yelwater, this fear is confirmed as villagers are seen running from their homes. On inquiry, many who spoke off camera said they are running away from Fulani shootings. But this time, help is by the corner, as scores of military are seen to the rescue. As we proceeded back, we observed, and indeed, some policemen we saw at a checkpoint close to Daudu near Makurdi told us that Fulanis are very much around and grazing freely. And with crops fully on ground, if the scenario is allowed to persist, the hope of bumper harvest is dimmed and threat to food insecurity heightened. Call on the government to fully enforce the anti-open grazing prohibition law of the state and marshal out all security apparatus in the state to go into the hinterlands and chase out the marauders from the farms. Emmanuel Teumbu Sebo, Catholic Television of Nigeria, Makurdi Center.